What if $1.5 million slipped through your fingertips? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Today I received a text from my friend over on the other side of the country, and he's waiting for this because he knew it would make a good talk for us here. And so he said, what would you do if 1.5 million slipped through your fingertips? And I said, did this happen to you? You know, what happened? He said, just happened to me today. I said, well, let's talk. So we got on the phone and started chatting about it. And it was a very interesting story. In a sense, he had a business project lined up with a good sized client, and really had it something that was going to work out over a long period of time, and was going to come out to a pretty good size amount, somewhere around 1.5 million altogether. And he was excited about it. He was interested in it. It was new for him, and so there were some elements that he had to add on to make it really run, but he didn't have doubts that he'd be able to produce this, right? And it's very interesting because it reminded me of something that happened recently with our property management company. We had a similar deal where we had it seemed like everything was lining up, and all that was necessary were a few elements that we weren't used to having, and I'm going to tell you what those elements are in a second, that we didn't have connected. We didn't have it linked up quite yet. But we said, hey, if you just give us time, we'll be able to work this out. Well, what happened to my friend is what happened to us, is that at the last minute, even though it looked as though everything were happening, the client ended up going with somebody else. They ended up going with somebody that appeared to have all those elements already in place. And we think the same thing happened, although we're not certain. The same thing happened with this property management deal. So these are the things that occur when you're not quite ready. Now, what are the elements? The elements are a simple concept that I talk about a lot here. And it comes back to that concept of being relationship reliant. So being relationship reliant is huge. And the elements that we're missing were the right people. We didn't have all the right people in place to be able to take on a project that big. But it made sense. It would work with the right people in place. And there's no doubt that we could find the right people. And my friend, he knew he could find the right people too. He knew all he had to do was have it all set up. And what really needs to occur is, if you want to go that direction to begin with, you have to have the relationships already in place. So that when someone says, can you make this happen? You say, yes. I've got the people lined up. I've got everything worked out. I can make this happen. You have to have that type of confidence. And hopefully you have to already have those contacts ready to go. But you have to have the confidence that it's as good as done. So another situation in my other business, so my investment business, one of the things that we're going to be doing a whole lot more is we're producing a whole lot more content, really be trainings and so forth. And I've been discussing this a little bit here, or giving you little tidbits of information. As this happens, we're going to be attracting a whole different crowd and be able to attract people who we weren't necessarily attracting up until now. We'll be able to have more space in the marketplace and everything that we're going to be reaching. And as that occurs, you got a whole lot of people that are going to want done for you services. They're going to have things that they just want to have plug and play. And you got to know those people. You got to already have those people. If you don't have them on staff, you've got to know the other companies that can work through you. So, I mean, you may be one of the people that I've been reaching out to. I've been reaching out to numerous people on a whole lot of levels in areas that I know people are going to want. And so when I reach out to you, and if you're watching this at some point, this might be why I'm reaching out to you. And so we got to sit down and talk to see if you're going to be a good fit for the type of people that I'm partnering up with. So I'm looking at businesses, I'm looking at buying businesses, I'm looking at starting businesses, and then I'm helping people to sell their business, and I'm helping people to grow their business. Those are the 4 things that I'm really working on heavily right now. And each one of those situations is, as opposed to previously, I worked a lot as a person working with clients, and now it's more of a partnership deal. I'm looking at things where I'm working side by side with them. So I've got to have something that can work for me early on and have a person that I can work with early on. And so I'm looking to make those type of relationships happen. If you think you're the type of person that would get along with me and you may have something that my partners would be interested in, send me a message. One of the best places to get a hold of me, which I don't talk about a lot here, is LinkedIn. I do a whole lot of networking through LinkedIn. So if you've seen this video and you want to chat with me, send me a message on LinkedIn and we'll see what we can do about meeting up. Usually virtually, unless you're here local. That's all I got for tonight. It's just a very interesting story, and it can seem like you can lose a whole lot really quick, but it's something that you didn't have. But if you have the right relationships and you have the right links to the right people early on, you can create that before you even find the person that's willing to write that check. You can create the opportunity for that when you are the link between the right people. Hopefully that makes sense. Go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. Still available for free at amazonproofbook.com. That's all I've got for tonight. You have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.